evening and welcome to our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show here on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. Second half of the doubleheader tonight with the boys. A much improved boys team should be fun to watch.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really great game, Jeff. Pinconning's playing very good basketball, and we said it once, we said it 100 times. Down the stretch, 5-game increments, you get better, and they're hitting on all cylinders right now, playing very well.
Very youthful team as well, so as they continue to get better, the future looks bright.
Another cupboard that's not bare for Pinconning, Jeff. Casey Patrick does a nice job. You know, and it takes a while he's only been here a few years. It takes a while for the kids to get used to his style of play, his type of program, but I think they're going in the right direction, and the fans are really fired up, the kids are fired up, and so is Casey.
Homegrown talent, again, a guy with a local passion for this school, trying to bring it back and put it on the map.
You know, there's something about that, Jeff, when you come back, and I was very fortunate to coach at All Saints, my alma mater. It's just something special when you come back and coach the kids and be part of the program. And Casey's got that passion. You can see it in his face. He's feeling pretty good about his squad right now.
Well, and they've been able to pick up some big conference wins now, so the kids know that their hard work is starting to pay off.
Yeah, this is a good conference for them. I think this is the place that they need to be in. It's a good conference. It's a good competitive conference for all the sports here at Pinconning area, not just the football and the basketball. This is a good conference. They're playing solid, and they're making a statement that they belong in this conference.
Well, and that is going to be fun. We are looking forward to finding out how the boys varsity team can fare against MLS tonight. We'll be back with all the game action as the Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show draws to a nigh right here on BCTV.
Over the years, he's put his heart into being your dad. He was always there to fix things. Now that he needs help, don't lose hope. Covenant Center for the Heart is leading the way in minimally invasive heart options for inoperable or high-risk patients, with the first and most comprehensive structural heart disease program in the Great Lakes Bay region. It's extraordinary heart care, close to home.
Good evening and welcome back to our pregame show here on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with the head coach Casey Patrick from Pinconning. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Coach, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
We haven't seen you since the beginning of the season. The season started out a little tough, but you guys have made tremendous progress, and you've had some huge wins here as of late.
Yeah, lately we've been playing real well. Even in some of the games that we know we've had a tough go in, we've been competitive, so things are looking up for district.
Coach, I talked to Coach Lauer before the game and asked him, I'm going to ask you the same question. How do you feel where your team is right now, close to state tournament time? Are you where you want to be?
I think we're much improved from the beginning of the season. We're not right where we want to be yet, but I think in these next 4 games we can get right where we want to be. So.
One of the great advantages for playing down the stretch part of the season is even the games that you haven't won, you've been in, and the kids have to be able to make plays in close games in order to win them.
Yeah, just having that competitive nature in close games is getting us ready for those games that we're right there in. Even not winning games, having that competitive game in the fourth quarter has been beneficial for us.
Yeah, tough schedules, Coach, always pay off in the long run. You know, you get better as you progress. Talk about tonight, what's MLS bring to the court? What do you have to do for a Spartan victory tonight?
Well, at their place, we started out down 24-5 in the first quarter and ended up losing by 20, so we played with them for 3 quarters. We just got to play with their fast pace. They look to get it and go. They get an open look, they're going to shoot it right away, so we just got to get back in transition.
Well, you like to get it and go too as well, but you like to do it on a controlled fashion.
Yep.
I think your key to them tonight is limit their possessions offensively.
Yep, we're going to slow it down a little bit compared to their pace, but if we put the ball in the net, they can't run as much, so that's what we're going to look to do.
Transition defense is big, stopping the ball, getting back, maybe getting 2 or 3 back and challenging. Those 3-point shots will be huge.
Yep. I mean, they hit, I believe, 7 threes against us last time, and I think they only took 10, so I don't see them shooting that percentage again, but we got to be aware they got shooters. So.
Well, your team progresses, your program is firmly entrenched. I know I've had an opportunity to see your 8th grade team. You've got some talent coming up. With things moving the way they are, you got to be excited about the future.
Yeah, I think the future's bright for Pinconning basketball. I already have a couple parents asking about summer basketball, how they can help. and I've never had that, and I don't think we've had that in the last couple of years. So,
Well, we wish you the best of luck and continued success up here at Pinconning. We'll be back with our pregame show continues here on Bay County TV.
You treat your family with extraordinary care every day, which is why when it comes to their health, more of you choose Covenant Healthcare. We specialize in extraordinary care, from diagnosis to recovery, from babies to grandparents. Learn more about our extraordinary bariatrics program. Sign up for our free seminar.
And now your starting lineup for the Cardinals, number 12, Micah Newman. For your Spartans, number 2, Darren Levine. For the Cardinals, number 14, Max Norley. For your Spartans, number 3, Hunter McGillen. For the Cardinals, number 32, Aaron Alcorn. For your Spartans, number 4, Mason Young. For the Cardinals, number 44, Brody Easton. For your Spartans, number 11, Ross Gromoski. For the Cardinals, number 54, Nathan Spalding. And for your Spartans, number 44, Zachary Johnson.
Welcome back to Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala along with you.
Woo!
Second half of that doubleheader coming up right here. Another great Bay Metro crew on hand for the games tonight, as the ball game will start with the Pinconning area Spartans late in the season. Mike starting to put it all together.
Yeah, that's what we've been hearing from a lot of people around the area, Jeff. The Pinconning area Spartans doing a nice job late in the season, getting better and picking up some key victories inside the conference.
Here we go with the jump center, and it is controlled by MLS as they will move from left to right in our first half of play. Pinconning again is going to show that tough defense, where they are going to force everything from outside in. And there is a beautiful open look to the first shot of the game. Micah Newman tickles the twine on the trifecta.
Well, the girls were doing it in the previous game, Jeff, and Micah comes out for the guys and fills it up from 3. First shot of the game for the Cardinals.
Well, he had his note. They had their notepad out as they were watching what was going on. And we're going to have a foul down here in the post. I believe they're going to get 54 down here for that Spouty.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jeff. Wow, that's an early pickup for the early foul for the big fella.
And on the other end, the Pinconning area Spartans, Darren Labine tickles the twine on his first trifecta. We got a great start to this one. 2 shots in the ball game and a couple of triples.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's good positive start there for the Pinconning area Spartans. But Spalding, you look at number 54, Jeff, Nathan Spalding, he's a big drink of water.
Boy, and he got great position down in the box, too, and just got that shoulder around the defender, strong to the hole, and got a finish. Boy, these teams are shooting 100% thus far in the game. As they head out, View wide open for a 3 ball that looked good when it left his hands, just came up off the iron. And transition at the other end of the floor using the basket. Spouty there to try and get the rebound. And the rebound finally comes down to number 44, Zachary Johnson, the freshman.
That's one of the things I wanted to look at, Jeff. Zachary Johnson, the freshman, started from game 1 when we had him back out at Essexville Garber, and he looks like a whole different player. A lot of confidence in that young man. He's grown up a little bit too physically.
Well, he's playing like he belongs now, and instead of being starry-eyed about being a freshman on the varsity, and he really looks like he's carved out a niche. As we're going to have a foul on the play, and that's going to go against number 14, Max Doherty.
Fouls on Max
Yeah, Nordley's first personal team foul, number 2 for the Cardinals, Jeff. View out of bounds underneath his own basket.
And he is a great floor general. And they're going to have the ball off of View as he touched that ball before he reestablished in the play. And we just had to wait for a second on confirmation on that call.
Quarterback on the football team, little power forward basketball, Jeff. Not a bad baseball player either.
No, he is a great multi-sport athlete, and athletics comes naturally. You know, his mother is very athletic, and that's a very good thing to see. Good hands defensively. His View is going to look to come coast to coast. He's got the angle. Nice little pump fake. Hides the ball. Kisses a little strong off the glass. Great opportunity, though, for the Pinconning area Spartans. Back at the other end, MLS will set up on offense. 5.5 left in our first quarter of play. They get that ball down to the baseline as they do a nice little job inside. Spouty just as a big defensive task to cover for the Pinconning area Spartans.
I can remember him from last year, Jeff, when we watched these kids play. I thought he was very good last year also. Good backdoor cut. Good backdoor cut.
Well, and that's exactly what they were looking for, that they didn't get. Hunter McGillen couldn't get it to finish. But again, much like we said in the first game, they're getting great looks at the basket. Look at Spouty posting up underneath. And they're going to need to come with a double on him as they're going to have a timeout. Casey Pashik needs to talk at 9-3. 4:51 left in the first quarter. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested service. We provide many types of transportation services, from non-emergency medical, wheelchair accessible, school transport services, and shuttle services. Our company strives to provide exceptional service to our customers. Our services are tailored to each person or company's specific needs. For the last 10 years, we have pushed the mark higher and higher to give the best service possible. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine.
Back here on Bay County TV, some of the student section right behind that bench at the end of the bench for the Pinconning area Spartans. And boy, Spouty has just really spread his wings early in this game.
Yeah, they're kind of fronting him, Jeff. So when you front somebody with like that, you got to get some help on the backside. Good conversation. You got to communicate and get over there as quick as possible.
Boy, View gets down the floor really quick, makes that defense transition back. He is just really physically filled out, too, a lot here in the last year as he brings that ball back up top. Trying to get that ball to Johnson. They tried to force that to the inside. Didn't look like it was going to happen. Fight for the loose change, and they are going to have number 44 with that putback basket. Eastland, as it looked like he was up over the back, but there was no contact, so you can go up over the back if you're not hitting the body. So Pinconning needs a basket here desperately at the 4:05 mark of our first quarter of play. View looks to go to the hole with a nice little cut back to the center. Again, had another great look at the basket, just couldn't finish. Look at the quick hands that time. The near steal, as that was number McGillen, number 3. And then at the other end, look who gets the loose change with a second opportunity. And number 44, Zach Johnson, says, I'm not going to give you an easy deuce. You're going to have to go to the line and earn them.
Well, that was a good foul right there, Jeff. That's Zach's first personal team foul, number 1 at the line for the Cardinals. Nathan Spouty, number 54, the senior. First one is up and good. Well, it's nice to have the big fella be able to make free throws.
Well, he's got a nice stroke at the free throw line. Second free throw attempt forthcoming. 3:45 left in our first quarter of play. 12-3. MLS on top. The big fella hits nothing but cotton on both.
Wow.
Into the front court they come. Now they're going to reset the offense. Moving the ball back around right now. The ball comes out to Gramoski. Back up top, Labine. Gillen looks underneath, and Zachary Johnson waited just a split second too long to get that bounce pass. Defense collapsed, and was able to make that steal.
Nice,
Great thought,
yeah.
just a split second late.
Kestner did a nice job. Cade Kestner, the senior, Jeff, did a nice job on transitioning down on the defense.
And Johnson will learn you either do that quicker to your shot or quicker to your pass, and both would have been potentially successful.
Absolutely.
And there again, it's not real tough to see what the game plan is for MLS. When you got a horse like that, you ride him.
Well, Spouty's 10th point right there, Jeff. Fouls on number 44 is Johnson. His second personal, team foul number 2 against the Spartans. Spouty's going to go to the line. He's going to try to make the three-point play the old-fashioned way, but you're absolutely right. There's no doubt about what they're trying to do. Go inside out.
Well, and when you've got a team with the talent of this squad as a nice touch at the free throw line, the one thing this team lacks is that big presence inside defensively, and without it, you really have to be technically superb to screen off your defenders. And I don't see any 6'7" or 6'8" kids coming down the pipeline unless they get a nice transfer. View with a nice look at the basket, can't get it. Look at the big fella here. He just clears bodies out of the way and makes things happen. Nice look for the easy deuce. I think Casey Pashik down 18-3 has just got to go, oh my goodness. We're playing well and we're down 15 as they come down the floor right now, trying to make things happen. A skip pass, an ill-advised skip pass is picked off, and that's going to end up being an easy deuce at the other, and I think Casey needs a timeout.
Yeah, he's going to take a full, Jeff.
He needs one with 20-3 the score as MLS just shot out of a cannon in this one. We'll take a break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Oh, hey, you got one of those insurance apps too? You know how this thing works?
No, sorry. Ben, please.
Wow, you can talk to your app? That's pretty cool.
Not an app, it's my agent.
In this moment,
No, I'm fine, thanks.
it's good to know you have a trusted, independent auto owner's insurance agent who's there when you need them.
Great. Man, I gotta get one of those.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Plum Harris Insurance Agency in Bay City is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Back here on Bay County TV, the score says it all. Still in the first quarter. Boy, when you are dishing out 20 to another team in the first quarter, boy, that puts them on an 80-plus pace for the game. They are just making it happen at the other end, but they're getting high percentage shots.
Well, Spouty's doing most of the damage, Jeff. He's got 11 of the 20 points for the Michigan Lutheran Seminary Cardinals. The big fella down low is really making his presence felt. And, good defense, man-to-man style by the Cardinals, and they're going to pick you up full court. They got some quickness, and they got some beef.
But they smell blood.
They certainly do.
As that ball tips, and they wait just a minute for the center to become trail and the trail to become center. And another unforced turnover for the Pinconning area Spartans. Trying to move that thing into Spouty. The defense collapsed very well that time on him, not allowing him as he tried putting that ball down on the floor. He said, we got this all over the place, but they find him inside as he flashes to the post and kisses it off the glass. 13 of the team's 22 here in the first half.
Yeah, a young man is quick to the basketball, Jeff. He works hard. He has good position, good footwork.
Labine with a trifecta, can't get it, and boy, it was a sea of red surrounding that basketball on the defensive glass.
That was awful close.
As they nearly turned the ball over, and finally they turned the ball over.
22-3, $1:31 to go in the first quarter, Jeff. Michigan Lutheran Seminary coming out hot here in the first quarter.
As again, they have an opportunity to finish at the basket, get a high percentage shot. Can't get it to drop. The rebound comes down to number 32, Brevin Herner. Trying to go strong to the hole. Labine can't quite finish, but man, he sliced and diced his way through the D. And they get it. Herner gets a steal, and back into the front court they come. And just a little bit fast, and that ball gets away and goes out of bounds. And with exactly 1 minute left in the first, it's 22-3 MLS just really rolling offensively here in this first quarter.
Another big start. The girls, Jeff, started the same way, and the guys are starting. The girls had 21. MLS 22-3 over the Pinconning area Spartans. 55 seconds to go in the first quarter.
And they're going to stay down on that end of the floor, as it's been a nice first half for head coach David Lecker. He's had an opportunity to really mix and match his troops and let his starters sit and get a little bit of rest in that first quarter, as they've just made it really look easy offensively. Shot is off the mark. View fights for the rebound, and I think we're going to get number 22 with a foul, and that looks like it's going to be Noah Nordy.
You're absolutely right, Jeff. Noah's first personal, team foul number 3 for the MLS Cardinals. 44 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Trying to come down the floor, recognizing a double team, doing a nice job of backing it up.
Yep.
They've got 10 seconds, which, as you said in the past, Coach, is an eternity to get it across the line.
It's a long time in basketball.
As they're going strong to the hole, we're going to have a foul on number 44, Brody Easton.
That's Brody's first, team foul number 4 for the Cardinals. Out of bounds underneath. Mason View will take it out for the Spartans.
I think we're going to have 2 shots.
Oh, they are going to shoot it. Good opportunity right here for the Pinconning area Spartans at the line. That'll be number 5, the junior Nolan Briggs. Oh, excuse me, number 32, Brevin Herner, the sophomore. You're going to get shoot 2, Jeff.
Just a little bit off the front iron. You know, and it's interesting to see varied styles at the free throw line. Some people like to square up. Some people like that offset right foot back just a little bit. Doesn't matter as long as you get results out of it. Yep. The second one makes a nice adjustment, hits the bottom of the hole. It's 22-4 with 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Shot goes up and is missed. Look at the second chance opportunity for MLS here, as they'll make it go with 17 seconds left. I think they're going to be content to take the last shot of this first quarter. 10 seconds and counting left. Trying to dribble penetrate. That ball just falls right back into their lap. Giving up the baseline for an easy deuce. View sends a shot up at the buzzer. Just off the mark at the end of one. It's 24-4 MLS over the Pinconning area Spartans. We'll be back in just a moment here on Bay County TV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
View sets up the offense as the floor general. Boy, and he does a nice job of getting to the baseline, but he ran out of real estate and had to get rid of that ball. As Labine with a nice job defensively, and he slapped at that ball, went right off the knee of the MLS player. They're going to say he got a little bit of the arm, too, in that process.
Team foul number 3 for the Spartans, Jeff. That will be Labine's first personal. But a nice job coming out here in the second quarter by Pinconning area. They kind of set the tone, Jeff. I like the way they're playing. They really have a nice pep in their step here to start this quarter.
Playing with a little different energy, Gromoski tried to steal that ball. One and done as the rebound comes down, though. Labine gets that thing to McGill, and look at him. He stops on a dive. Woo! How about that English as he goes under Willie Mosconeyville. And we got a timeout on the floor, and we'll take a break and be back in just a moment here on Bay County TV.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. We've got 25 employees who depended on it, and that's all that mattered to me. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. Incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance.
Plum Harris Insurance Agency in Bay City is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
As we look at the Pinconning area Spartans coming out of their huddle, and again, they were down 20. Now they're down 16, so they're just trying to edge at that lead.
Chip away at it, my friend. Don't try to get it all back at once. Get something, then go into halftime, maybe down 5 or 6, and then come out in the third quarter. Just chip away at it.
Well, they just look like they're playing a much more relaxed style of basketball right now. As MLS comes away with another second chance opportunity offensively, and those will kill you. That was a high dribble, but he kept his hand on top of the ball. No turnover.
That's why I'm sitting here.
Boy, you see the way that that play develops with number 40, McCloskey, just kind of backing his way down, and it really looks innocent, but it clears the path for the offense. And who did they get?
They got Sean McCloskey, Jeff, number 40. That's his first personal team foul, number 5 for the Michigan Lutheran Seminary Cardinals. You know, that high dribble, I was putting my coaching hat on. I want every call I could get when I was coaching.
Yes.
I don't care.
It never hurts to ask to see if you're going to get that call or not. Coming down, very nice job by the freshman, Johnson.
He has really improved since the first time we saw him at the beginning of the year, Jeff. Game number 1, he is a totally different player. I like the way he's playing.
Well, and that kid's going to end up being 6'3" or 4 when it's all said and done. Gromowski misses that shot. The one and done as the rebound comes down to MLS. Look at the way he slices between the defense, and that ball is going to be off the MLS Cardinals and back over to the Spartans.
You know, that Euro step is a big thing right there, Jeff. He did a nice job, did number 14, Max Nordley.
It's becoming fashionable in the U.S. of A.
Yes, it is. It's been around a while, but it's just started to show its
come across this side of the pond.
Yes, across the from the old sod, as we like to say.
As the Pinconning area Spartans get it, McGillum deep on the wing. Look to get that ball to Zach Johnson. Decides now he's going to dribble the lane. Nice little dish out for a great look, and the shot is missed. And that was number 2, Darren Labine. We're going to have a Spartan foul off the rebound.
That foul's on number 11, Gromowski, Jeff. His first personal team foul, number 4.
And we've reached about the midway point of our second quarter of play. 4 and 10 left and counting in our second quarter of play. 26-10. MLS, look what they've done all game long. When that big guy is in, Spouty gets in there. I'm going to tell you what, he draws a double team, and he's still able to get a shot at the basket.
That foul is on number 4, Mason View. His first team foul, number 5. Spouty at the line, shooting 2. And again, if you're going to front, Jeff, you got to get that backside help. Now, you might want to come out the next time and play it regular, play behind him, or X-step him when the ball's below or above the free throw line, and then get the help and try to make him go back to the middle.
I think if you post him up from behind and then come with the help from the front versus the other way, Spouty's got 5 straight free throws at the line, 4 of them all cotton, and the other one he got a piece of iron, and then he got it to go straight up in the air and come down. As he shows the touch for the big fella isn't just around the basket, it's at the free throw line too. Trying to make things happen. Gromowski wide open for a 3 ball, has a great look, can't get it to drop. McGillen has that ball tipped away, and back down the floor comes MLS. And we're going to have a foul, and I think they're going to have a little coming up over the top of the back by Brody Easton.
That's Brody's second personal foul, Jeff. Team foul number 6 for the Michigan Lutheran Seminary Cardinals. Wholesale changes into the game number 30, Adam Aerosmith, his first action tonight, Jeff.
And Cade Kessner, also the senior, into the game. So nice little press break there by the Pinconning area Spartans as View brings it up, and he'll reset the show for the Spartans. McGillen gets that ball in the corner to Gromowski. They tried to go inside, but they were lucky to get that ball back. Another opportunity offensively.
And MLS just hawks the ball.
Boy, I'll tell you, very tenacious as they have got great help defense, and I think they're going to get number 30 with a hold down here, Adam Aerosmith.
That's Aerosmith's first personal team foul, number 7. This team, let's go back into our memory banks, Jeff. Let's go back to the Stanja Sterling Central Panthers and the Doctor of Defense, Tom Murray. This team reminds me, a little handsy, really quick, really physical, but play with a lot of hands. And Tom Murray at Standish was the Doctor of Defense up in Northeast Michigan.
He could do everything but jump.
Well, he could jump. He just couldn't jump over the Pinconning or Standish phone book.
Oh, no. He did. He'll never claim to have had a vertical, but one of the true great gentlemen in this sport.
He's a good dude.
We've had some fun with that gentleman over the years as the shot is missed. And the Pinconning area Spartans, one of the few times tonight they've been able to get away with a one and done as they come back down the floor. Levine right now at the top of the key. They try and get that ball to View, and he was really hedged on his way to the hole. And we're going to have a turnover on the floor as they'll call a travel against the Pinconning area Spartans with 2:33 left in our first half of play.
Again, good solid defense by the Cardinals, Jeff. Out of the game is Gromoski for Pinconning area.
Their play selection, too, for MLS is a card system with numbers on the bench, so kids very proficient in knowing what they're going to run offensively.
Coach Lecker's been doing that a long time, Jeff. He's been doing that card
with some success.
Yeah, with a lot of success.
Boy, nice job of by View to cut Spouty off to the hole as he tries to go down right now. And I'll tell you, you'll be happy to have him with 22 feet from the basket with his hands on the ball. And we're going to have a foul on the Pinconning area Spartans, which will send number 30, Adam Aerosmith, to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Fouls on Tommy Janoski, his first personal team foul, number 6 on the Spartans, Jeff. At the line, number 30, first one good. That is Adam Aerosmith, the senior.
Boy, when you look at the first quarter, 22 points, now only 7. The Pinconning defense has done a much better job in this second quarter.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job, Jeff. Aerosmith's second one is good. Can't put the Cardinals on the line either. They've always been consistently really good foul shooters.
Few coming into the front court once again. As they get that ball back, and he tries to spin move. He goes back to the baseline twice, gets the iron. Going up strong again, pushing it up through the masses. As that was Laudenbarger, I think.
Brevin Herner.
Herner, okay.
Yeah, Brevin Herner picked up his third point, Jeff. Nice job mixing it up down there with the big fella.
He went up strong,
yeah.
And he got that thing with just enough English to go over the front iron and into the hole.
If you got a guy down there like that, Spouty, you got to expect great post defense right there by Mason View, Jeff.
You took the words out of my mouth again there, Coach. They are now getting him defensively from the back, and now they've got a quicker player on him that got around and got that free hand to tip that ball away.
Yep.
And that shot is long, and look at View. He just seals off that favorite rebound of mine on the backside.
Yeah, it's one of your favorites of all time. You've been saying it for a long time. You just love that backside rebound.
Boy, when you seal the backside, it is such an easy job to rebound. That ball will fall right into your lap. 30-12 with a $1.05 and counting left in our first half of play. Levine gets the ball to View here on the right wing. Or the left wing as we're looking backwards at it here down the floor. Lefty, righty. And again, Spouty just spreads out right now. Great pass back out. Shot up too long by the Spartans. Quickly down the floor in transition. And there's going to be an offensive foul. It's an easy call. Just a little bit out of control was Aerosmith.
Yep, that was a good call by the official, Jeff. Great charge by the Pinconning area Spartans. 42.3 ticks to go in the first half. MLS 30 and the Pinconning area Spartans 12.
Kremoski gets double teamed and loses that ball. Shot up and in by number 12, Micah Newman. Boy, and they are just relentless the way they go at it. As Gromowski's going to be able to bring that ball up into the front court with 25 ticks left in the first half. Circles it back around right now. Between the circles comes Labine. Labine's looking for a screen. Nice switch defense that time by the MLS Cardinals.
Boy, the minute they see your back turn, Jeff, they're coming to you on a double team right there. So the key to that is don't turn your back, look forward. Into the game, number 44, Johnson out, number 32, Brevin Herner with 14 ticks to go in the first half.
As they get that ball to view with 11 seconds left, let's see what the Pinconning area Spartans can put together here in this last shot of the first half. Gromowski's going to do something quick with the ball, get it up. Running out of time, and the shot goes up late at the end of our first half of play. It's MLS 32 and the Pinconning area Spartans 12. Back in a moment with our Plum Harris Insurance-sponsored halftime show in just a moment on Bay County TV.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance for his new car. In 1947, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson in 1979. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Plum Harris Insurance Agency in Bay City is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome back to our Plum Harris Insurance-sponsored halftime show on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala, along with Mike View, the head man here at Pinconning, and what a pleasure it is to be able to come up and play in this nice facility.
Well, we appreciate you coming up. It's always good to have both of you here. You're definitely Spartan supporters, and we're glad that you're here, and hopefully we can have a good second half now.
Mike, tell us a couple things that are going on in the Pinconning area school districts off the floor, some of the extracurricular things and some of the positive things that are going on up in Pinconning. I know I talk to you a lot, so let some of our viewers know what's going on up here.
Well, we've got a lot of good things. Our programs, we have one of the best industrial art programs you're going to find in the state. A lot of STEM professions now. We're talking a lot of hands-on. So if you were to look at our industrial arts program, you would know that we're teaching kids the skills they need for tomorrow. And another thing is that we just got into a new league, Tri-Valley Conference. It's been a good thing for us, competition-wise, academics, and our principals and administrators actually can network too.
When I look back at the last few years, finally being able to get that bond passed has really made your facility something state-of-the-art and special up here.
Oh, we're very happy. And our community has come out. You know, we've got a new track now. We've got a new gym. Our football field's being renovated. I mean, we've been a lot of support. And our friends up at the Saginaw Chippewa tribe have had a lot to do with that. They've given us a lot of money. And but if you look around us, it's our taxpayers and it's our support from our local businesses.
Well, you've got yourself a really nice school board too that's really into everything, and not just the athletic side, but they're there for you too. When you go to them, they help out, and plus add on to that a great booster club too.
Oh, booster club is a fantastic, and Mr. Dave Mayer cutting the checks for us. You know, he does a nice job, and our school board has been together and really been working to upgrade the facilities. When we get money, we have projects that we're lined up. Central Elementary. We have a lot of work in our in Linwood, down at Linwood. So it's just really the board understands that we need to put back into the district and maintain it.
It's always great to see your homegrown passion as you lead this program. We hope that you're here for decades to come. You're a quality class individual, and we're glad you could spend a minute with us.
We always love having you up here. Keep coming up to Pinconning.
All right, Mike.
All right. We'll be back in just a moment here on Bay County TV.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. We've got 25 employees who depended on it. And that's all that mattered to me. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. Incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance.
Plum Harris Insurance Agency in Bay City is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Back at our Plum Harris Insurance-sponsored halftime show here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala. Again, just like the first game. Tough first quarter, but Pinconning started playing better in the second quarter, and we're looking for big things in the second half.
Really came out in that second quarter, Jeff. Did a nice job, got a quick basket. And I think one of the keys was, we talked about it, instead of fronting Spouty, they went to behind them and did a different type of defense. I think that made a big difference, and it made it tougher to get the ball into and for him to maneuver.
Well, Spouty really had to work for his points in the second quarter. After Mason View went up to guard him, they stopped fronting him, and they just allowed View with his quickness. But there's a few supplemental players for MLS that are making it happen, too.
Yeah, they pretty much can do it all, Jeff. Spouty's got about 15 points in the first half. He was big, but they got some people coming off the bench that helped. But I like the way Johnson played there down the stretch in the second quarter. So, they got themselves back in this ball game. Chip away at it in the third quarter. Get yourself in a good position in the fourth.
Well, and as I say at this point, win the second half.
Yeah, win the second half and do some of the little things and keep playing that defense on Spouty and make him earn it, make him make moves, not trying to lob over.
BICTORY for our varsity. We'll be back with the second half right after this on Bay County TV.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Back here ready to go for the second half. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. Jared and Natalie Doan on the camera, and producing and directing is Mr. Page himself.
Couple shout outs, Jeff. Big thank you to the Pinconning High School Booster Club for their support. And shirts, mugs, and more, 2728 Center Avenue, your hometown custom screen printer and embroiderer. We specialize in your imagination. Give them a call at 893-5441. Official apparel provider of Bay County TV.
Oh, they do a tremendous job, too. Couldn't be happier with the job that they do. Look at, we're just like they started. A little soft left hand kiss off the deuce, off the glass. And Spouty just picks up in the second half where he left off in the first half.
Well, I like the matchup with View, Jeff. He's a little bigger, a little stronger. That's a good matchup. And quick. Excellent point. But you got to get some backside help if you're going to front.
Boy, Johnson couldn't get that shot to drop. That might have been his first offensive opportunity. A little shuffle of the Tootsies. Marty Snover all over that and says we're going to go back. Spartans ball down on the baseline.
Good transition defense right there by the Pinconning area Spartans, Jeff.
As they get that ball to Labine, he's going to break the press. As he's got his pocket picked at the other end of the floor. Nice job to seal off the defender off your backside hip, protect the basketball, kiss it off the glass, and get the deuce.
Yeah, and Nordley's done a nice job defensively, Jeff. He's got great feet, good hands, does a nice job. We got a foul on the Michigan Lutheran Seminary. Pinconning's going to shoot too.
Boy, he did a really nice job of taking the ball to the hole, and he'll be rewarded with a couple at the line. That's Labine. Good to see some of our players of tomorrow cruising by. Labine with a real nice soft touch on the first of two at the free throw line.
36-13, Jeff, to go in the third quarter. 7 minutes exactly. 1 minute into our second half.
Labine with both ends of the free throw. Boy, look at Seminary. They don't wait to walk the ball up the floor. They're just coming down on offense, ready to rock. And that shot goes in. And fouled on the play, and will be going to the free throw line is number 12, Micah Newman. Boy, that was a strong shot because he had a pretty solid chunk of arm tapped on him, and he was able to finish it off.
That falls on number 33, Tommy Janoski. His first personal, second personal, team foul number 1 for the Spartans. I did not see if that went in. Did it, Jeff?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm going to tell you what, this MLS team at the free throw line has been something special tonight as well.
They've always been a good free throw shooting team, Jeff. I've seen them in scrimmages that I've been in with them. I've always watched them. Always been good free throw shooting team.
Let's see what they've got. I think that they are going to get Johnson.
Yep.
with a little wee push.
That's Johnson's third personal foul, team foul number 2 against Pinconning area.
We're trying to go for the steal, and when you don't get it, you know who's going to get the ball inside. And Spouty, he's got around 20 in this ball game right now as he is really starting to light it up offensively. He's got almost half his team's points.
Yeah, unofficially 19 right there, Jeff. So we'll keep an eye on that young man. But good penetration, a good dime for the easy basket.
Levine wide open for a 3-ball, tickling the twine. There's a shooter that's gotten 2 at the free throw line and then lines up a triple. That basket looking pretty nice and big that time for him. Boy, look at just powering his way to the hole against good defense and getting the deuce. He's had a nice game as well.
Yeah, Nordley's done real nice, Jeff. He's had a great game.
Levine strong to the hole, can't get it to finish. Nordley back down the floor. Nordley on the controlled break, sends it to the corner. Wide open for an 18-footer off the mark. And here comes Levine down the floor. He's got McGillen on his right. Levine's going to finish himself. He's got 7 straight Spartan points.
Yeah, Darren Levine's had a nice start here in the third quarter, Jeff. And again, good up and down by the Cardinals. This is what they do best. They just love to get up and down the floor. Foul on number 4, Mason View. His second personal team foul, number 3.
I'll tell you what, man, I think he's going to have nightmares tonight, Mason View, of Spotty, because this is as tough a matchup as he's going to have to endure all year long. Oh, they're human at the free throw line.
They are human. Spotty looks like a nice backside tackle.
I'm sure he's a multi-sport athlete.
Missed the first one, second one forthcoming.
Oh, my.
Wow.
2 in a row. Look at the football pass on the basketball court, that time from Mason, getting that thing down to Levine. View going strong to the hole, is able to finish his first deuce. Yep, he came late on that rotation. If it was anything, it was going to be a block.
That was a good no call, Jeff, and good power by View, taking to the rack.
Boy, a steal by the Spartans. They were not able to finish. And Johnson does a nice job of slapping it away. And View knocks it away as Spouty ends up trying to go up strong, and View playing great defense.
Well, you know what? Nice job letting the referees letting these young men play, Jeff.
That ball out of bounds, and it's last touched by the Pinconning area Spartans.
Good job by number 32 with the post defense, Brevin Herner, the sophomore up on the varsity for the Pinconning area Spartans.
View steps out just a split second late, but just got enough attention that time to throw off that shot. So View closes out very nicely defensively. Levine wide open. Can he keep it going? I would say that they were going to go to the alternate possession.
I think I saw one of those on a game last week on TV where it got stuck with 0 time left on the clock, Jeff. It was crazy.
Game over. You'll know where the ball's at.
That was crazy.
You leave it to the official scorer, that 5'6", to get it.
Everybody got deflated like, oh, man.
Pinconning area Spartans with 4:19 left in the third. Trying to come from the corner with something special. Number 32 on the trifecta to heaven. Herner tickling the twine on the try.
I wonder if he shoots it like Dad. No, I know Dad. Dad's good. Yeah, Dad's works over at the bus barn over here for the Pinconning area Spartans.
Awesome. A position you led the detail for here for almost a year.
Yep, for about 9 months I was up here working for Pinconning area. Great experience.
Well, and it helped propel you to where you are today.
I wouldn't be where I am today without the Pinconning area Spartans.
Boy, look at Spouty with the loose change. He can't put it in, but the 3 chances now View finally scrapes down the glass. You know he wants to finish. He's going to go strong to the hole. Look at the soft touch as he floats it from the baseline and gets it to drop down. View with 4 quick points here in the third.
No, look now, a little run here, 43-26. Good defense right there by the Spartans, Jeff. Good active hands.
Boy, View is doing such a nice job defensively, working hard to keep Spouty off. And look at that. He gets Spouty on the back hip. And look at the spin moving. You know he wants to finish again. He's a little bit out of control, but Spouty got back there late defensively. And going to the free throw line is View. I'm going to tell you what, he's going to sleep good tonight.
Spouty picks up his second personal with 3:01 to go in the third quarter, Jeff, but I like the way the Spartans are playing. View, again, didn't front, did the X-step type of defense, and that really has been difficult for Spouty to get the basketball to him.
Well, and what you've got is you've got View getting the defensive rebound, going down the floor, Spouty trying to stay with him, and then picking up the foul at the other end. So View is expending a ton of energy on the defensive end, still had something left on the offense to
Well,
give.
in that defense, he was on the low side, Jeff, with the proper hand up in the passing lane. He's going to make Spouty turn to his left and go in to help. So that's been very effective for the Pinconning area Spartans.
Boy, he's got 6 points in the last 2 minutes.
Nice little run here by Pinconning.
Levine and View have got the last 13 Spartan points. As that ball back down, and it tips back into the MLS front court. There's View again and Spouty. I'm going to watch this matchup as the play continues. He's going to try and roll around, and View does a really nice job of altering his path. Yep.
He's got to beat him to the spot. When Spouty cuts, you got to chest him across the lane, Jeff. Beat him to the
They're
spot.
looking right now at what's going on, and Spouty's really having to work for what he can get as well. And they fight for the loose change. And it goes out of bounds, and it'll go back over to the Pinconning area Spartans.
I like the physicality of View on Spouty, man. Those two kids are going at each other. I love it when the referees let those kids play. These are big kids. Let them play. They know what they can and can't do.
They exactly are familiar, and there was close to a pocket picking. And this is somebody that's done it a few times tonight, and that's Max Nordley.
That's Nordley's second personal team foul, number 3 for the Cardinals here in the second half.
Down 15 with possession. Levine looked like he was ready to let it fly. And he's got 7 here in the third quarter. So an opportunity, if he gets an opportunity to square up and let it fly, he's going to do it.
I go right at Spouty. He's got 2 fouls.
He's got 2, and he's a little frustrated right now. So his View wants to spin. As he's going to go to the hole, he got a nice look. Backside. How about Zachary Johnson? He's going to go to the free throw line for 2. And I'm going to tell you what, Pinconning has really turned it up a notch here in the third quarter.
Yeah, they've done a nice job, Jeff. That foul is on number 12 for the Cardinals, Micah Newman. Johnson at the line to shoot, too. And one of your favorite rebounds, like you said, that backside rebound. And Johnson just tipped it, knew he was going to get fouled. He gets rewarded. He's going to shoot 2.
Little soft paw stroke. Southpaw could not get that first one. That was right on line. Just maybe didn't get enough leg into it off the front iron, and will make the adjustment, I'm certain, on the second free throw.
And sorry, Jeff, the maturation of that young man from, like we said earlier, is incredible. He has really, really come around. Like the way he plays.
Yeah, he just is so comfortable on the floor right now as a freshman. And again, he's going to have another growth spurt at least before he gets done. It's a nice recovery that time by Michigan Lutheran Seminary as they nearly turned the ball over. Look at that nice roll to the hole. And down at the other end, 5-on-4, they'll have the numbers on the break. As Levine looks to get out, now he's going to try a little fadeaway. Little step back, Jay, from 5 on the baseline, and he's got 9 in the third quarter.
That's a nice little run right there, Jeff, for Pinconning area. Defense is the key right now.
Boy, trying to come down, Spouty underneath. He just got too good a position, and View says, I'm not going to give you an easy one. I'm going to make you earn it at the line, and I like that.
Mason View, that's his third personal foul, Jeff. Team foul number 4 for the Spartans. Spouty at the line is going to shoot 2.
Spouty, after making 5 in a row, has missed his last 3.
Now you got to box out. You got to put a body on somebody and put a body on the shooter.
Spouty's missed his last 3, I think, because of the effort that he's had to put forth. He's tired on the floor right now, and he wasn't tired because he didn't have to work hard in the first half.
I would agree with you. That's a great point. He is
not another
hard.
one.
Another one. You had 4 tonight.
Wow.
You've had more tonight than you've
I'm
had
gonna
all
bank
year.
2. It's been a really fun matchup to watch with him as Casey Pashik made that move midway through the second quarter. And since he's put View there, they've really gained the momentum in this basketball game. And Spouty's had to work really hard. In fact, Coach realizes he's tired and brings him out of the game.
Yep, he's going to sit for the rest of the third quarter. But you got to go in the View right there. He posts up strong. And that'll be out of bounds to Pinconning. But a nice job getting it to Mason View, knowing there was a mismatch down there, Jeff, with Spouty out of the game.
In View, he drew a triple team as soon as he got down there with 43.7 ticks left in our third quarter. Get it in. 10 seconds is an eternity to get it over the line. 5's not an eternity to get it in.
No.
Zachary Johnson was going to pull up from 15. Nice defense, stifled that. McGillen from 28 trying to go back door. A little bit overzealous on the pass. Really wasn't anything there, and a turnover that they really could have used a basket on that end of the floor.
Yeah, nice cut by View away from the ball, Jeff. And coming into the game is number 22 for the Spartans. Or is that 32? 32?
Yes. I love getting View out of the ball game, too, because Spouty's out. View needs a little blow. He'll get the last 28 seconds of the third plus the 60 seconds, so he'll be fresh and ready to go for the fourth.
Get that 60-second TV timeout for Bay County TV.
Yes, indeed. He says that all-important 60. There's a nice little turnaround, and the shots are not dropping for Seminary like they did early.
Nice job by Herner.
After 22 in the first quarter, they've only got 22 the next 2 quarters. Has the shot with a little kiss off the glass at the end of 3. It's 44-32. Here come the Pinconning Spartans back in a moment for the final 8 minutes, right here on Bay County TV.
You treat your family with extraordinary care every day, which is why when it comes to their health, more of you choose Covenant Healthcare. We specialize in extraordinary care, from diagnosis to recovery, from babies to grandparents. Learn more about our extraordinary bariatrics program. Sign up for our free seminar.
Back here on Bay County TV, as you look at Casey Pashik trying to urge his troops on in the huddle. He's telling them, fellas, we outscored them by 8 in that third quarter. Let's make a couple of stops defensively and get some more points offensively, and we're right back in this.
Yeah, 20-12 difference in the third quarter, Jeff. Nice job by the Pinconning area Spartans. Got themselves right back in this. Down 12, chip away at it, and defense has been the key. Spouty, the different type of defense, not fronting them. Great job by the Pinconning area Spartans. Love watching that matchup between the two big fellas.
Well, and they both got a little blow, and they're both ready to go back at it like a couple of warriors. And View is size and strength. As we've got Labine, he's going to try and take it to the hole and finish. Don't look now, Coach. We got ourselves a 10-point game.
Granny, don't leave your rocker. Here comes the Pinconning area Spartans.
Hold on to your seat cushions as there's another turnover, and that gives the ball back to Pinconning. You can feel the electricity in this crowd.
Crowd's back in it, Coach. The crowd's back in it.
And the MLS decides that's not the way they wanted to start this fourth quarter. And Coach Lecter says we better talk things over. We'll take a break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Where did this rash come from? Hold on, let me see. Could be bed bugs. Oh. Mom, Grant says I have bed bugs.
Let's see what the doctor says.
Introducing Covenant Virtual Care. Real-time video doctor visits, e-prescriptions, and follow-up. Now extraordinary care comes to you.
See, it's just poison ivy. Smart advanced.
Learn more at covenantvirtualcare.com.
Back here with the fourth quarter just getting started. The Spartans with a steal and a finish by Labine with 11 second half points. He and View have really been the offensive juggernauts here in the second half.
Yeah, this has been a great second half for Pinconning, Jeff. Down 10, started slow, but I'll tell you what, they have really played extremely well, especially on the defensive end of the floor.
View, he's trying to clear out right now. He wants to try and make something happen. A nice spin move. He's going to try that little fadeaway. It's halfway down, and it comes back out. Spotty with the rebound. Controlled break for MLS. Coming down the floor. Good look at a 3-ball. Off the mark. Fight for the loose change, and we're going to have a foul, and that's going to go against Pinconning's number 32, Brevin Herner.
Yeah, that's Herner's first personal team foul, number 5, Jeff. But again, just Herner just a little bit late getting there and boxing out at the line for the Cardinals, shooting 2, number 44. And that is Brody Easton making his 3rd point of the evening unofficially.
Has the 2nd one, too. He didn't waste much time at the line. A couple of quick dribbles, and he lets it fly. And that ball goes off Labine. He thought that he got his arm hit. But tough for us to tell from this angle because he was running away from us, but the official in perfect position to make that call. Labine's got to get that ball to the center of the floor.
Well, and Spouty's, we talked about, he's been stuck on 19 for a while, Jeff. He had 19 points. He's been there for a while. So they've done a nice job taking him out of the game.
Labine thought about the shot, pump fake. Now he's going strong to the hole, and they're not going to give it to him because he had the Euro step plus on his way to the hole.
Boy, it looked good from here, Jeff. I got blocked just a little bit, so I couldn't see it. Aerosmith out into the game is number 20. That's Cade Kessler. I remember that young man last year,
yes.
Jeff. He's a good basketball player.
Spouty, 18 feet from the basket. He's not a huge threat to score out there. He's going to try a little pick and roll, though, and the ball is picked off.
Herner, nice steal.
Herner comes up with a nice play defensively. Pinconning hanging around in this ball game right now. Another turnover.
Tipped away from the backside, Jeff, went off the Pinconning area Spartan.
Boy, Labine claiming that he got hit on the arm, but none of the officials caught it, and got to play through it.
Yep.
You can't let what happened at that end of the floor affect your defense. As they are really, really cramping the middle. Labine with another steal. He's going to look to come down the floor with a nice little beautiful bounce pass to number 5, Nolan Briggs for the deuce. Great fast break.
Good spacing right there, Jeff. They didn't get too close to each other, so one guy could guard 2, and a nice pass by Labine. Tough finish by Briggs.
Boy, Pinconning really playing well here as they bring it back. Wide open for a 3-ball. Has it set. Spouty tries to make it happen. We are going to have a foul over the back from they're going to call a jump ball. Ooh, and Labine right here just kind of turned his ankle a little bit.
Yeah, he came right out of the game. They were playing 5-on-4, Jeff, and he turned his ankle. They're going to try to get him out of the ball game. It's a little bit tender right now, so he's going to have to try to walk that off.
Boy, and I'll tell you, right now, the last thing you want to do, just don't untie that shoe.
That young
See if you can walk.
Yeah, he's had a nice second half. He's had a nice game.
Well, McGillen's going to be fresh as he'll come into the ball game for him. And I think they're not going to, Amy comes out right away, but she's not going to want to do a whole lot with him until they can see, if he can walk that off a little bit, but they're taking him right back into the training room.
The junior's got 15 points, Jeff. 5:38 to go in the ball game. 46-36, MLS up 10 on Pinconning. No, he scored in the wrong basket.
And a basket at the wrong end of the floor. And it is going to be white ball after the basket. Now, who gets credit for that basket for MLS? Whoever was closest to him.
I was going to say I didn't see who was closer.
Yep. It was a nice play, though.
Oh, it was a great play. You know what? I've done that before.
Did you?
Yeah, I've done that before. Sometimes you just get caught up in the moment and forget sometimes what's going on, Jeff.
Well, they go underneath, and Johnson had an opportunity to get a three-point play, but he's going to go to the line for 2. And it just happens. I've seen it more than once.
It does.
And just an unfortunate time in the ball game because Pinconning had a lot of momentum. Now they find themselves down 12. It's up to Johnson to get a couple here at the free throw line to bring them back within 10.
There's a better looking shot by Johnson.
Well, he was a little short on the first, a little long on the second, right in between, right on the bullseye here with the third. See if he can duplicate it. A little bit long. Boy, Spouty comes up with another big defensive rebound. Trying to move that ball around the horn again. They look to make it happen offensively and a little clear out offensively with that off arm, trying to develop a little bit of space.
Noah Nordley, brother of Max Nordley, Jeff, with the foul. Team foul number 6.
Boy, look at this matchup right now. You're going to have a nice little Mason View move. He wanted.
Baby hook.
He wanted to take Spotty to the hole, and he did just exactly that. Spotty didn't want to pick up number 4. Spotty at the other end.
Foul.
Can't get it to drop, and again, foul him hard enough to make him earn 2 at the line.
He's been struggling at the line, Jeff, so that's a good foul. That's the number 32, Herner. His second, team 6 for Pinconning. Spouty's going to shoot 2. That was a good foul. Good, hard, clean foul.
Spouty comes up with a big first free throw. 49-39 our score. Janoski back into the ball game. 4:53 left. That's an eternity in this basketball game. The Spartans still within 10.
Ooh.
Boy, a long rebound. And nice job by Johnson defensively. And we're going to have a pushing foul that's going to go against Cade Kessner. Or are they going to get View?
Oh, I think they're. I thought they were going to call it on Kessner too. That's a big foul for Pinconning in the area. Team foul. That's 4 on Mason View, and that's team foul number 7. Going to the line to shoot 1-1 for the Cardinals is number 20, Cade Kessner, the senior.
Boy, I'll tell you, though, Mike, this all started with the long rebound that Seminary got a second chance offensively on.
Yep.
View gets his hands on the ball, and he's going to get that ball out. McGillen gets it back to View. Look, Levine back at the table, and he's ready to give that ankle another try.
Amy worked her magic.
She's got magic. She's very, very talented athletic trainer. They're very fortunate to have her up here.
Yes.
And we're going to have a foul on number 22 on the play, Noah Nordley. And that is team foul number 6. Or is that number 7? Yep, that's going to put Mason View to the free throw line.
Now, you know, Jeff, you got 4:26 to go. Both teams are in the 1-1, soon to be probably in the double secret probation bonus. Got to get up to that free throw line and make your free throws.
You have to make the first one to get an opportunity for the second.
There you go. Well said.
View with a nice stroke on that first one. I'll tell you what, he has just had a tremendous second half. Talking to Dad at halftime, he's like, he worked hard in the first half, didn't have much. You said, man, tell him to go out and make it happen in the second half. Second free throw, nice soft shooter's touch, gets it to roll. It's an 8-point game now with 4:20 left in the ball game.
Right back in it.
Spouty trying to make room inside. And he did. He got Mason View right on the hip. A perfectly placed entry pass to him allowed him to spin to the hole and get the deuce.
Well, with Mason View having 4 fouls, Jeff, he's got to back off just a little bit. 51-41. 4 minutes exactly to go here in the ball game.
Well, and as they're moving it around, Janoski says, I'm going to let one fly right now. That's off the mark. Johnson with the rebound. Can't get that backside rebound to drop. That would have been a huge one.
That would have been big.
Trying to pump fake as there's a lot of activity on the inside. View's going to pick up number 5. Boy, Mason just kind of went up out of control. I think he wishes he had that one back. If you just go straight up in the air, but he kind of just went up out of control and picked up number 5, and that's a huge loss for Pinconning.
That would have been a good case for some verticality right there, Jeff. But again, Mason View leaves the game with 8 points and did a really nice job on the defensive end of the floor, guarding the big fella, Spouty.
Well, that's going to have to go back right now to the freshman defensively to try and manhandle Spouty, and that's a tall task for anybody, let alone a freshman. As Spouty misses again on the first. After hitting his first 5, he's been mortal at the free throw line.
He's struggled a little bit.
Misses them both.
He's got 21 points, Jeff. He's only got 2 since he went that stretch with 19.
Boy, Labine gets the pocket picked again. Back on the other end and a little bit out of control. Almost got caught for a travel. Shot goes up from number 44. We're going to fight for the loose change. We're going to have a jump ball. That's a good call.
Yep. Oh, we got somebody's got a technical foul.
Oh, boy, you got to control your emotions at this point. You're giving up 2+ possession on this. Boy, after a superb free throw shooting, they have been, there's a little lid on that free throw basket here in the second half. But again, Labine's got to control those emotions. Both free throws missed. They'll get it. They have to go opposite table, midcourt, because that's the difference between an intentional foul and a technical foul.
I was just going to say, over cross court, right at the 10-second line.
Right. When you have an intentional foul, that's this point of interruption that the ball goes in.
Point of interruption. Is that kind of like a point of emphasis?
It's the same, only different. Nice job by the crew going over and explaining to Casey Pashik what's going on. Now they're going to go to the table and make sure that they've got everything down pat here for the final 3:18 left in our ball game. Still a 10-point game. Very well officiated ball game. These gentlemen have gotten their workout tonight, especially those that have done 2 for 1 tonight. That's the young men that are in the best shape, the ones that can do 2 varsity games in the same evening.
He wants to laugh, but he's trying to be professional.
He's holding it pretty tight. I tell you, great respect for my colleagues as they work their tail off trying to keep law and order. As Marty Snover turning around having a little confab with somebody in the audience, too. We got to just bring it back here as emotions are starting to run high in this ball game. Spouty gets doubled off. I'll tell you, very good job defensively and a big-time trifecta for Seminary. Nordley with the 3.
Yeah, he's had a nice game tonight, too, Jeff.
This is the key possession for the ball game offensively. The Spartans have got to score here if they want to stay in the ball game, and a good job of pickpocketing and going strong to the hole, and an offensive foul out of control by number 44 of MLS, and that is Easton.
That's his 4th personal team foul, number 8 for the MLS Cardinals, Jeff. I think we got a timeout on the floor.
We got Pinconning timeout. We'll take one as well and be back in a moment here on Bay County TV. AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested service. We provide many types of transportation services, from non-emergency medical, wheelchair accessible, school transport services, and shuttle services. Our company strives to provide exceptional service to our customers. Our services are tailored to each person or company's specific needs. For the last 10 years, we have pushed the mark higher and higher to give the best service possible. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine. All right, back here, the last 2.5 minutes of the ballgame. While we've got a moment, we see Old Glory up there. Reminds us of the nice little telethon we've got coming up here on the 3rd and 4th of March.
We've got the Varsity Fireworks Festival telethon, Jeff, an annual thing that you and I have been doing for a long time. We used to have our decades, and Dave Shore did it with us for a while, but it's going to be March 3rd and 4th at the Arbiter, the Governor's Quarters. So it's always a great event. We have a lot of fun and raise a lot of money for a good cause.
Well, it is for the best fireworks show, bar none, in the Midwest. I'll tell you, anybody that can see a 40-minute show where they put up 1,000 shots a minute, I could rival that to any other fireworks show around. It is nothing short of spectacular.
It is quite the extravaganza. 3 days of fun right downtown Bay City.
They get the ball inbounded. Ball goes to McGill, and now they just kind of back down, and with token pressure off the inbound. 2.5 minutes left. Down 13 right now. Pinconning needs instant offense. Zachary Johnson's trying to go against the big fella. And he picks up a foul on the big fella as Spotty could not keep the feet moving with the freshman trying to blow by.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's number 3 right there, Jeff, for Nathan Spouty at the line for the Pinconning area Spartans. The freshman, number 44, Zach Johnson, shooting 1-1.
Boy, just a touch strong on that first offering. Levine thought about the shot. Good closeout defense. Now he goes up with an 18-footer. Can't get that to drop. Fight for the loose change, and it's going to go back to Pinconning.
Well, I thought Levine was going to burp that up from the top of the key, Jeff.
Kind of good closeout defense really shut down the plans for the moment on that shot.
Yeah, that was good closeout defense. That's something when I was coaching, Jeff, we had to work on that every day. 10, 12 minutes a day just working on that closeout because
under control
and making sure you don't leave your feet.
You get out of control and you're going to pick up a lot of fouls. Boy, that loose change down on the floor. McGillen thought about the 3 ball. The ball tipped away, and it'll go back over to the Pinconning area Spartans. Boy, they've spent about 30 seconds on this offensive possession. They need to get some points as there's a kick ball, and it'll come back over to Pinconning out of bounds again. McGillen right now tries to go underneath the Zach Johnson. A great move and a nice verticality defense. Yep. Very well played by MLS. I think they're going to slow it down on offense right now. I don't look for them to put the ball up here for the next 20, 30 seconds, and that goes to show what I know. As Zachary Johnson right now down 13 is going to try and go strong to the hole. He puts it up and he puts it in. And Coach Lecker's got to be a little upset right now. They did not get the shot they were looking for. Clock is in their favor. They need to just choose some time. And they come back and they miss another shot as Pinconning is going to have an opportunity to stay in this game. They're not taking the air out of the ball.
Timeout.
As that ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Pinconning. Ooh, Coach Lecker just comes over there and he just gives the double palm to his team. It's like
everybody knows what that means.
Slow down or you'll be running laps until you puke tomorrow. They get Spouty out of the ball game right now. I'm sure they want 5 ball handlers into the game.
And 5 free throw shooters. Not that he's bad.
Correct. They want ball handlers. They break the press very well, and there's a bunny at the other end. That's the controlled break you're looking for.
Yep.
Stepped out of bounds, and the ball will go back over to Pinconning with $1.04 left in the ball game.
$1.04. You're on your A game tonight, Coach.
Boy, Pashik right now, you look at him on the sidelines. He has just worked his tail off tonight to help get his team back into this game. And after, a tough start, they dug a deep hole. They've really made it come back and look nice.
They fought hard to get back into this game, Jeff. They got it down 49-41. They got it within 8. And, they just couldn't get over that 8-point hump. They did a nice job. Defensively is the reason they got back in this game. Just a fantastic effort by the Pinconning area Spartans.
Levine down the floor. They get that ball with a nice little boom baseline move. Janoski with the deuce. They're back to within 11, but only 50 ticks left in the ball game. Boy, and another run to the hole and a miss. They're going to get that ball down the court, and ill-advised pass by the freshman. There were 2 defenders back and only 1 Pinconning area Spartan. Now you're going to see the spread offense. And they're just keeping the ball moving so that Pinconning cannot do anything with it at this point. I was just about to say at 25 seconds left, down 4 possessions, they're probably just going to let it go, and then they foul.
Well, you look at that 4-corner offense, you go back in your memory banks again.
Dean Smith.
With the 4-corner.
Philip Ford.
Oh, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Sorry,
again.
Coach. I'll go back. Who was the point guard on that team?
Phil Ford for North Carolina. No, that was a tough offense.
Oh.
There's a reason that college has a shot clock now.
Oh, look at the brains on that picture there. Andy Klawacek with the master himself and the athletic director. That's a trifecta there.
There's 3 of a kind of full house.
We didn't get an invite to that party.
Ew. We're not at that level at all.
3 great individuals.
Oh, good guys.
Second free throw is up, and it's a little bit long. Spartans going to come down the floor with 22 seconds left of the ball game. Just ran out of time in this game, but really have made a great game out of this and made MLS work for everything they got in the second half. 12 seconds left. They'll maybe get one last good offensive shot up in the air. A little floater comes down to MLS. They will not do anything with it. They're just going to hang on to the ball. That's all there is.
There isn't any more.
The final score in our ball game, MLS 57 and the Pinconning area Spartans 45. We'll come back in just a minute to put the wraps on this one right here on Bay County TV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Good evening and welcome back to our post-game show here on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala along with you. Scrape away the first quarter, and the Pinconning area Spartans played tremendous basketball the rest of the way.
Really did, Jeff. It was a mirror image of the girls' game. The first quarter really didn't help the Spartans, but after that, they really went even up, mano a mano with the Cardinals of Michigan Lutheran Seminary. A great effort in the second, third quarters, but that in fourth quarter, it's that tough first quarter again.
It looked like it took the Spartans maybe 5 or 6 minutes into this game to really settle in and to make some quality offensive possessions.
I think the big key for that was Spouty coming out and really having a big first quarter that kind of deflated the Spartans. They changed their defense a little bit on him, didn't front him as much as they did in the first quarter. They did a fantastic job on that young man, Jeff, and he had 19 points pretty much for the first 3 quarters, only got 2 in the fourth, ended up with 21.
Well, I think he had 13 in the first quarter, and that's when obviously they knew they had to bring Mason View on. They stopped fronting him, and Mason's going to sleep good tonight because I'll tell you, he had to work very, very hard to check Spouty tonight.
Yeah, and that's a good matchup, a strength on strength right there, a little quicker with View, Jeff, and that's why they took advantage of that. He ended up with 8 points, but he fouled out. But I think it was a really good test for the Pinconning area Spartans. They know they can play with a good quality team like MLS.
Well, in Casey Paschik, you can tell the maturation of this team. They're coming around.
Well, how about Zach Johnson with what we saw in the first game against Essexville Garber, first game of the year to where he is now. He is a totally different looking player. He looks bigger, he looks stronger, he's doing some nice things. He's more comfortable in his own skin. And Labine did a great job. He had 15 points. So you've got the junior and the freshman contributing, and View's coming back. He's only a junior, so this is a good basketball team.
Well, View and Labine in the third quarter really willed the Spartans back into this ball game, but they needed to take back a couple of possessions where they squandered the ball down the stretch. Otherwise, you know, this could have come down to a 1 or 2 possession game.
Well, they outscored them by 8 in the third quarter, Jeff. It was 20-12 and 13-13 in the fourth. So, you know, you go back to that first quarter, you know, if you go even up or you're down 2, this is a whole different ball game, and the complexion of the game at that point has also changed.
Well, it's a big week for us here on Bay County TV because tomorrow we have the Garber Dukes. Thursday we've got the All Saints Cougars. So it's a lot of fun after a couple of weeks of being off. We're right back in the saddle again.
Well, hoping Mother Nature helps out a little bit, Jeff, because we had to cancel a couple games because of weather. But March 1st, we're going to be back at Bay City Central for the Central Western game. And 3rd and 4th, we're going to be at the Arbiter for the telethon. So we got busy in the next couple of weeks, but we got a great spring schedule also.
Well, we're putting that together right now, and we're looking forward to it. But always a pleasure to be by your side again,
You're on
Coach.
it, brother.
And, I think you had your A game on again tonight, but that's nothing new for you.
Well, thank you for the compliments. It's always nice to come up to Pinconning. Thanks to the Booster Club, Church Mugs and More, and all of our sponsors. It is a labor of love, and we love coming up north.
Well, on behalf of the whole crew, I'm Jeff Doan along with Mike Wasdella, Jared and Natalie Doan on the cameras, and Nick Page producing and directing. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Until next time.